Okay, we're rolling.
Okay, John, you here? I see his name, but I don't hear him.
Yeah, he's muted. John, can you unmute yourself?
There we go. Can you hear me now?
There you
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, John.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I'd like to call this administration committee meeting to order. Roll call.
John Marshall?
Andrea Ingalls is here.
And Mary McGrattan is here. Okay, any citizens' comments? I know we did get, late this afternoon, we got some comments from Eric Treaster on the ordinance for the exemption for farm buildings. I don't know if any of you had a chance to read it, but we can discuss it later. I don't have any informational items. Okay, I move to accept the regular meeting minutes of December the 2nd, 2020.
So moved.
Mary, isn't it
Wait,
the January 13th minutes?
Yep, that was my mistake. January 13th, Mary.
Okay, sure. All right, let me just change that. Okay. Okay, are there any? Thank you, Andra. Okay, are we ready to vote?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
Eric's got his video.
Oh, good. Okay. Go ahead, Andra,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Okay, old business, we have none. Is there any other old business to come before the committee? Okay, let's move on to new business. I make a motion to recommend the town council appoint Ms. Pamela C. Marr, Republican 85 Stoddard's Wharf Road, to the Senior Citizens Commission for a 2-year term ending December the 9th, 2022, to fill a vacancy left by Ms. Peterson.
Second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
Pamela Marr is a friend of some of the members of the commission, and she would like to get involved. She has also been endorsed by the Republican Town Committee based on the positive feedback that they got from committee members. Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and I vote aye. Okay, I move to recommend the town council reappoint Hilary Evans, Democrat, 1538 Route 12, to the Ledyard Housing Authority for a 5-year term ending March 31st, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I make a motion to recommend the town council adopt a proposed an ordinance providing for property tax exemption for farm buildings in the town of Ledyard dated November the 18th, 2020.
Second.
Okay, Andy, I think I mentioned before that Eric did submit some comments on the ordinance. Anybody have any comments on his comments or any?
I have some comments on his comments.
Okay,
First of all, Eric, thank you for your constant thoroughness.
mm-hmm.
Thank you for submitting far fewer pages than you did last time.
Especially at the
I-
last minute.
Well, and that was the other thing I was going to say. I happened to have time this afternoon to look at them, but that's often not the case. I highly urge you, Eric, if you want us to really look at your comments, it would be so great if they could come in like 24 hours sooner.
Agreed, agreed.
Yeah, let me, in order for that to happen, I need to have access to your agenda sooner, because I don't know when you're going to do things otherwise.
What
Well,
I,
the agenda is posted like a week in advance.
well,
Not,
certainly
not,
on Friday, by Thursday or Friday of the week before.
Okay. Well, let you know, whatever, it's out there several days before. I'm just saying, it's
Sure,
a little
understand.
bit challenging for us to have time to read,
Sure.
and we did want to.
I
So
concur.
you did rate, I did see some of the mistakes you mentioned. One is that in section 3.1 and 3.2 contradict each other regarding seasonal housing. And I think that our intention was not that seasonal housing for seasonal employees be included. Is that right, Mary?
That is correct. That is
Okay.
correct.
The other one is that, oh, you mentioned that the word additional, that this is additional exemptions was kind of superfluous, and I agree, that word could be struck.
Yeah, that was up in section 1. Yeah.
Right, right. Regarding the fairness, whether this is fair to other businesses, I would say that that's an apples to oranges comparison. One of the reasons that this came up is that we're looking at what other towns are doing to keep farming viable. So, comparing it to the local restaurant is totally different. If you want to make a case that it's unfair, I think that onus is really on you. But our goal is to keep Ledyard on a level playing field with surrounding communities regarding what's offered to their farmers. So that's all.
And also, if the mom and pop restaurants, if they kind of banded together, there's nothing stopping them from approaching the town. But so far, we have not heard from anybody looking for some kind of an exemption. Okay, but anything else, John? Any other comments?
I had a few issues earlier, but I discussed them with Roxanne and I'm all set with everything.
Okay,
Could I say one thing?
yes, go ahead.
There is the article, there is the issue of how much time it takes for a new owner of a farm to apply for the exemption. And because he has to have a calendar year, a tax year of database before he is allowed to apply. And I think I don't have it in front of me, but I think the next to the last paragraph of my comments, I mentioned that it could be almost over 40 months before he could take advantage of it. So one thing that you might want to consider is to allow the purchaser of a farm to inherit or take over the exemption that the seller had on his property.
I think there's also a lot of latitude in the statute for the assessor. In other words, she makes a lot of the rules, again, according to the state. So I don't know whether she would be, willing to do something like that to make it. And then again, you have to assume it's somebody that's buying a farm is going to farm it. They may just want it for, because they like large old houses or some, a lot of area. Okay, well, so let's. Hold on. Okay. So I think I made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
I vote, Counselor Ingalls votes aye.
Aye. Okay, and the next, the fourth one is I recommend the town council set a virtual public hearing date on Wednesday, March 10th, 2020 at 6:15 to receive comments and recommendations regarding proposed an ordinance providing for property tax exemption for farm buildings in the town of Ledyard.
Second,
Any discussion?
no.
No, sounds good.
Okay, I vote yes. Okay, yeah.
I vote aye.
I I just want to get a little clarification here. So on the ordinance itself, the friendly amendment is to section 1, so it's going to read, pursuant to Connecticut General State Statute 12-91C as amended, the town of Ledyard establishes a property tax exemption for farm buildings
Correct?
instead of the plural. And
Right.
then when the two things that Mr. Treaster mentioned that was kind of conflicting, we're going to leave as is my understanding, because in section 3-1, we actually take the language right out of state statute where we talk about the buildings, and then when we go down to qualifications, we put the qualification in that those other things are not going to be included. So that's why it looks like it's conflicting, but it's not. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. We just
Okay,
voted for the public hearing.
okay.
Yes,
So I'll, yeah,
Yes, we did.
okay. All right. That's all. Is there a motion to conclude, I got the wrong word, but
Adjourn.
adjourn, thank you.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
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 And thank you, Eric, for your comment.
Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully they'll be a little bit helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well done, Eric.
Thanks. All right. See y'all soon.
John, you said hold on?
No, I said well done.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
well done, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Okay,
right. See you soon.
sure. Bye.